Hey, this is Nate here again, and today I'm with the Canon G7 X. I'm gonna try it out a little bit and I'll give you my thoughts. So as far as the general feel and everything, it's really easy to hold, really comfortable. It's really sturdy feeling, and it's really small. I mean, it fits right in my palm, super easy. It's a little heavier than you'd expect something this size to be, but I think that just helps it feel more sturdy. And it also has a touch screen. What you can do with that is show the camera where your focus point is, along with other things when it comes to viewing your picture. So today I'm mostly shooting in autofocus because since this is a point and shoot, most of the time when people are using a camera like this, they're gonna wanna shoot on the go and just need to capture the moment right then. So as far as the autofocus goes on this, it's a little bit slow. It tends to, when you wanna focus on something, it tends to kind of shutter back and forth a little bit before it really locks into your subject. Although it's a little bit slow, it tends to be generally accurate. While I feel that a lot of point and shoot cameras really favor themselves to automatic settings, what's cool about this one is if you choose to play around with the settings a little more, it does have a manual function and a ring function. And the ring function can change a few different things, including the shutter speed and aperture. As far as the manual functions go, I think it's pretty cool that it gives you that option. Although you don't have to use them if you don't want to, you still have that extra option to play around with it. Or if you are a photographer who doesn't feel like carrying around a bulky camera and just wants to be a casual vacationer for the day, it definitely gives you those options to get a little more in depth with your photography. And when it comes to zoom, this camera has it. So it's a pretty standard zoom, but it's there, so you have that option. The creative shot is a really cool feature I've personally never seen on a point and shoot, but I think it's really cool. I'm still trying to figure out all the features that encompass the creative shot option, but I think it's a cool thing to play around with for sure. It does have a macro setting, which works pretty well, especially for a point and shoot. I'm surprised that it even has that option. Once again though, it's just hard to get what I want in focus. So that's cool. It has an ND filter, which is definitely something that I've never seen in a point and shoot. Shoots in different aspect ratios. Shoots in 16, 9, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1 to 1, and 4, 5. The video is pretty cool. On here, it looks like it might be a little, there's very little image blur, which almost makes it look a little bit more choppy because there's no image blur. And the zoom on this is pretty slow actually. It has one speed of zoom, and that's about it. Which I guess is what it needs to do in order to keep your subject in focus. For casual outings, it'll definitely get the job done. While it looked a little bit choppy while I was recording, upon playing it back, I actually found it to be a lot smoother than I thought, and that actually may be one of my favorite features of it. I haven't seen a point and shoot that shoots video that clearly. It's also nice because this lens has image stabilization, which basically means when you hold it handheld, the little shakes that your hand does naturally, it helps to cut those little shakes out to make it a little less nauseating when you watch a handheld video. To sum it up, it captures really smooth video. The ISO of this goes up to 12,800, which is generally pretty high anyway, although I'm not going to be able to test it out today because the sun's out. So I think my least favorite thing about this camera would be how the manual settings are set up, just because there's menus within menus and there's a lot of different ways to get to different menus, and for me that's a little bit confusing, just because when I'm using a point and shoot, I'm really just looking for a camera that will shoot automatically, get pretty good exposure, sharpness, all that, So I'm just usually looking to shoot on the go for that. So while my personal opinion errs on the side of using the automatic controls of this, if you are someone who likes to use the point and shoot and likes to use the manual controls, they're there. And I'm sure if I had more time to play with this, I would get used to where all the controls are anyway. As far as the automatic settings go, it does do pretty well. The only thing is that the autofocus is a bit slow on finding your subject. So as far as who this camera is for, I think it's definitely for a consumer. If you're going on vacation, or you have a special event or a party, a graduation, retirement party, whatever it may be, I think this is a really good camera just to capture the moment. Just something to shoot sharp images that you can look back on. It's something that you can easily fit in your purse or in your bag, your backpack, whatever it may be. So all in all, I think this is a pretty strong point and shoot. And yeah, so those are my thoughts on it. If you have any other thoughts, definitely let me know. But feel free to see my work and visit my website at www.natewind.com. And I'll see you next time for Focus Camera TV.